Well, you can now own your own piece of social media giant now that the company has gone public. So is Facebook here to stay or just a fad? Tim McCord, Vice President of Digital Strategy from advertising firm Kramer Krasselt in the 3rd Ward, is here with his insight. Good morning to you, Tim.
Good morning.
All right, so that's the question. Do you think that Facebook is going to be one of these great American companies like Ford or GM that we will see around 100 years from now?
It's definitely a different kind of company. I'm not sure if it'll be the Ford or the GM or the future. I more compare it to kind of America Online. Back when, America Online and You've Got Mail, really, they provided everybody free email, and so many people began to use it. I think Facebook similarly really provides an opportunity for people to share and stay in contact with people, and they've done a great job about not making it overwhelmed with advertising now. So I think that platform for communication will stay around, just not sure if it's going to be a GM or a Ford.
Well, you bring up America Online. I also think MySpace, and when you think of those brand names, they are not what they once were. How can Facebook become a company that is a good long-term investment for people?
I think it's by staying true to their roots, and all through Mark Zuckerberg was kind of reluctant to take on advertising early on. He really wanted to provide an experience for people to share. And I think even now, when you look at the advertising on Facebook, it's not those big display or banner ads that really became intrusive, I think, with America Online and MySpace specifically. So I think if they stay true to their roots, they're likely to be able to continue to provide that service to people that we value so much.
Is there a real basic way that you can explain how Facebook makes money?
Oh boy. I think the advertising model is there, but they really need to improve it. More and more people are using Facebook on their mobile devices, and Facebook doesn't really have a good way to deliver advertising to mobile devices now. But there's still a great opportunity to deliver advertising. As some of the clients that we work with, some of the local companies like Johnsonville Sausage, are having great success at advertising on Facebook.
We talked about GM a little bit earlier, and they recently pulled all their ads from Facebook, insisting it doesn't work. What do you think?
I'd say it's not that it doesn't work. What Facebook even tells GM is, like, don't focus on the advertising that is intrusive, but use Facebook to help better tell your brand story. So even though GM will continue to spend $30 million on developing their Facebook presence and updating their posts and pictures, that the advertising itself might not be the best way to either promote your new models or to actually get people down to the dealership.
When we're talking about Facebook, and we're thankful to have a lot of Facebook followers here at today's TMJ4. We see politicians using it. We see Milwaukee companies using it. Is it more to reaffirm a brand to customers you already have, or is it bringing in new customers?
We like to say it's good at building the engagement. So once I'm engaged with a brand, someone that I'm a fan of or I like, someone who's important to me, that continued engagement I think is the real value. And then when we can actually think of relevant advertising to our engaged fans, that's when it really works.
Last question real quick. Did you buy a Facebook stock?
I have to admit that I did, but I think it's as much for novelty. I wanted to say I had a little bit there on opening day, and we'll see what happens.
Well, when it doubles in value,
I hope so.
You'll be the winner. All right. Thanks, Tim.
Oh, sure.